Welcome to our Rolemaster Actual play session. Twilight of the Old Order is a campaign set in the world of Duranarki, the continent of men. In this gritty, cutthroat world, politics, religion, and commerce are all intertwined and reign supreme. Characters need to be both smart and ruthless to survive. We hope you enjoy our story, and, as always, may the dice roll in your favor. This is episode 143 of Twilight of the Old Order. The Twilight Party have again picked up the trail of their foes, the Committee for the New Age. We pick up the story mid-fight, with the party battling for their lives against a group of soldiers, women dressed in black, and Blueskin tribesmen. Hello, I'm Chris, otherwise known as GM Chance, and as the words say on screen, welcome to our story. And our story is Twilight of the Old Order. Those are the 6 characters that are in play today. 6 faces that you will learn a little bit more about in a minute or so when I hand over the mic to the players of those characters to introduce their characters a little bit more via a pre-recording. After the pre-recording, the players will provide a little bit more information just to kind of flesh out their character a bit more, a bit about where they've come from, their background, their likes, their dislikes, whatever. And we do this because this game is about characters. It's a story about the faces up on screen, and I think as a storyteller that learning a bit more each time we play about the faces up on screen makes the game a richer game. So that's kind of the reason that we spend a bit of time dwelling on it. Before we do that, however, my very regular, my usual, my habitual, and very sincere thank you for our supporters, for the people that follow us online, that send us comments on Facebook or the various other platforms that we're on, who provide ideas or insights. I've had some people recently providing some useful suggestions about how to handle rules or just other things. And yeah, it really is appreciated. This is our hobby. We do it for fun. The fact that we can share it with, well, ultimately the world, and then get people who are interested in following our story, I think is fantastic. And I think the players would agree as well. So thank you very much indeed. My usual request as well, if perhaps maybe you've come across our show for the first time, maybe you've watched one or two and you're kind of whetting your appetite a bit more. What I'd say to you is, if you're enjoying it, you're getting something out of it, we really would like either a like down below or even better, a subscribe. It does help both the channel grow and also help people like you who are interested in these kind of tales, these kind of role-playing games online, find our content more easily. Thanks very much. All right, with no further ado, we're going to hand over to a pre-recording of the players introducing the characters, and we start as per usual with Graham. Graham, it's all yours.
Hello, I'm Graham, and I play Severin Kaidegard, who is a human swordsman, a dab hand at the sword, spent his whole life training in swordsmanship. He is a very charming fellow and fancies himself as a bit of a leader.
Hi, I'm Stara. I play Jada. She's a 6'7" Arab-looking woman. She fights with a quarterstaff, but not often because she's a healer. She grew up in a monastery where they adopted her, and she has just been taught how to heal, do martial arts. That's all she's done her entire life.
Hello, I'm Graham, and I'm playing Tanya Anastasia, who is an elven hunter. dab hand with a bow. She has some outdoor skills, some very adept sneaky skills, and is an interesting personality, a little bit spiky, a little bit difficult to know, but inside, a good egg.
Kia ora everyone, my name's Anthony, and for this episode I'm playing Ascallion, or Askell for short. He's a tall half-elf warrior mage who comes from the port city of Shabibi, and accordingly his favourite weapon is his ornate cutlass. As a warrior mage, Askell combines his offensive and defensive spells along with his prowess with his cutlass and in unarmed combat.
Kia ora, my name's Pete, and I'll be playing Nicholas in this episode. Nicholas is a common man and a mentad by profession. That means he is a spell user, and he uses spells from the mentalism realm. Nicholas is a quiet and sort of unassuming sort of fellow. He doesn't like to draw attention to himself.
Hello, my name's Giles, and I play Yotto, a grey elf in the 2nd century of his life. Yotto is a warrior mage by profession, meaning he combines the warrior skills learned from his mother, a great samurai in the east, with Western magic. Although life has sometimes been challenging for him, he still believes both in the world and people, and therefore travels light, very light, as he makes his way in the world and on his adventures.
And there we go. Hopefully those recordings have provided a little bit more information, a bit more insight about the faces up on screen. As mentioned before the recording, each week I send out either some character development questions, or more recently I've been encouraging the players to come up with material of their own, either an image or a particular scene that they perhaps want to describe in their own words from their character's background, or something about their character. And we spend a minute or so with each character to learn a bit more about them. And today we're kicking off with Jada, and Stara, I should say. Stara, take it away, please.
Okay, so each week I'm going through my character sheet, just highlighting things that Jada does, so we can all learn a bit more. She recently learnt meditation. She hasn't used it on anyone yet. She uses it for healing, usually. So can we have the first picture with the green mist?
Yeah, sure. Coming right now.
So here she is, healing someone in the hospital, just usually pain relief. She's a bit overzealous sometimes, though, and she tries to sometimes hypnotize people to not eat pork. So can we have the second picture? And I have to apologize for AI. I couldn't get rid of the floating pigs. So she's trying to hypnotize him not to eat pork, but he's realized, and he really likes bacon, so he's freaking out. I tried to get rid of the pigs and make him not look so surprised. But there you have it. She never tried that.
Maybe we should counsel Jada against giving people LSD.
Oh, that's made my weekend. Thank you. I love I love all the commentary at the moment in the zeitgeist about AI taking over the world, but it can't stop pigs floating through the air in a picture. Lovely. Thank you very much.
There were some other good pictures, but she had 3 fingers again. Kind of creeps me out.
Superb. Thank you very much, Stara. Love it. Absolutely love it. Excellent. Who would you like to hear from, please?
Can we have Pete?
Pete. Nicholas.
Nicholas.
Thank you very much. Love the pictures. For Nicholas, just going to answer a character development question, which is, if your character could only eat one meal for the rest of your life, what would it be and why that meal? He would have something very simple, like a salad, or sort of, an equivalent of macaroni cheese, or a very he'd have very plain food, bread and vegetables and fruit. He just does not indulge himself. He is not interested in material things quite so much. He lives a very sort of plain, a simple life. And those two need to see those food as a means to an end, really. Yeah, he focuses on, he's a bit of a typical academic where he's distracted or archetypical academic, I could say.
Nice one.
So yeah, doesn't value that stuff.
What does Nicholas do for? What does he do for fun? I wonder.
Oh, I think we all know what he does for fun.
Yes, yes, true.
He does his research. So he studies people and plays mind games with them if he can without getting caught.
Cool. Right.
Tortures people if he can. But it's not called torture. It's research.
It's research.
Can we please hear from Yotto?
Yotto.
So Yotto's going to answer the same question. If you could only eat one meal for the rest of your life, what would it be? And I think, actually, weirdly in a similar vein, Yotto's answer would also be, don't really mind. You pick one for me. And so the reason for that, although unlike Nicholas, is quite different. So as a young adult, he had to move from his home village that was ransacked, and in doing so, ended up coming to know and believe the ways of Dio, and as part of that religion, and he's not hugely religious, there's the kind of drive to end suffering and end ignorance, and in doing that, I guess he's more interested in the way people are rather than what they put in their face. So he doesn't particularly care what he eats. Same thing every day would be just fine. He's known a lot of poverty too, so actually just eating is a pretty good thing.
Right.
On that note, I'll pass it over to you, Anthony.
Yeah, and for Askell, he will answer the question. Is there a minor medical annoyance that your character suffers from? Yes, it is. Commonly referred to by himself as can't hit the side of a barn door. Not diagnosed and not proven. And as many doctors he's tried to talk to, yeah. So he's still working through it. Probably still needs a bit of therapy, and yeah.
He has had some rubbish luck. He definitely has. Very, very good. And Graham is not able to join us for this particular session. He's currently overseas. His two characters. Firstly, rather sadly, his character Tanya is unconscious and still bleeding, and indeed bled out and used up one of her life death saves, whatever you want to call it, last session. And Severin, the trusty swordsman, is kindly being played by Pete in this session. So thanks, Pete, for picking up Severin. Very, very good. I forgot to change my music over. But I'll do that when I hand the mic over to Pete to provide us, please, with... actually, I'll switch to the full screen. To provide us with a bit of an update. If you could set the scene a little bit, which will allow me to change my music over a little bit, Pete, and then we'll do some specifics of who's where, please. Take it away, please, Pete.
Sure thing. So we were wanting to assault this little farm, a walled farm. I think it's farm rather than a village, even though it feels like a village. Looks like one. And so at the beginning of last session, where were we up to? We had sort of, I can't remember exactly where we started. Excuse me. But Yotto was ready to go over the wall. Oh no, that was that session. Of course it was. So yes, we were waiting for Yotto to do his attack on the people at the gate.
Right.
Now I remember. My notes were not clear. And I think that things went a little bit oddly.
Oops, sorry about that. That's it. There we go. Yep.
So we all moved to. So while Yotto and Jada had made their way back down to the gate, the rest of the party had moved up to try and cross the wall, fire up. Mm-hmm. Was the plan. That happened, and once Yotto became visible and made his attack, Askel flew over the wall. Severin and Nicholas jumped over the wall. The results of Yoto's attack, I can't remember. He was attacked. Can you help out there, Giles? I can't remember exactly how his attacks went.
The Hobbit had a go at burning one of the people in black. That was successful. Had a go at dropping it's a cloud of stunning onto the group of the enemy sitting together. That spell did not go off.
That's right. And then, thank you very much. And he ended up retreating down below the wall and was sort of planning to sort of swoop over and do an assault on the ground, basically, I think was where he ended up. In the meantime, Jada had come down and had rung her bell outside the wall, hoping to stun people. She rung it twice, once beside the tree and once up against the wall. Of course, it's difficult for her to see the location of people on the other side of that wall. In the meantime, Severin, Nicholas, and Askel up the other end had jumped over. Over there, and people had run up from the gate. Askel had been flying above the roof of that building, and as the people and was waiting for people to run past him. And so people had run up. I think they'd made 2 attacks on Severin. There was that. Yeah, there's one person holding back, and there's another spear person to the right. Right, coming around, I believe. And I wasn't sure what that person was armed with here. Got another person there.
Spear.
And I believe that's where we are at.
Pretty much, Pete. Whoops, where's my map doing weird things? Just a couple of excellent synopsis, thanks, and it was quite a while since we played, so thank you. Couple of last things. Yoto, you had debated what you were going to do. You ended up, I think it was getting out your warhammer here, and have gone back down behind the palisade. One of the reasons you decided to do that was this man here, who wasn't originally, not that you necessarily know that, but wasn't originally armed with a bow, has picked up a bow and has some arrows, and has picked up a quiver, and has a bow and arrow. He'd grabbed it from one of the fallen archers, either this one here or somebody else. Yoto, you did end up zapping this person here, and did quite a good job on hitting him. And yes, you did hit with a firebolt this woman here with a massive two-handed sword over her shoulder. So, good synopsis, Pete. Severin is here, Nicholas is here. They have 2 foes on them both immediately, and then this person here is a matter of... wrong one. Thank you. Is a matter of 26 foot away. This person over here who's moving promptly is something like 80 foot away, a bit further if they go around. Askel, you're hovering up near the roof. There was another person that Severin put a couple of arrows into here. Yoto, you're behind the palisade, and Jada, you are invisible here. Any qualifying questions for anybody? Anything that's not clear? Anything we need to go over before we start? Oh, okay. If you're ready for it, if you feel like the dice gods are with you, start the game. A bit of battle music to get things pumping, and we're going straight into rounds because we are in the middle of a fight. Firstly, new encounter. Off. Initiative. Does anybody need to change their initiative? Does anybody have an arrow on the string or a spell ready to cast? Going once, going twice, gone. Initiative is now rolled. And the very first person to act is this person here. She steps. What's she do? She steps around the rock. So very, very small movement, and takes a swing at Nicholas.
Parrying.
Cool, thank you. What's he armed with, Pete?
He's got a short sword.
Okay. She attacks. She is parrying 20. Yeah, parrying 20. What's your parry, please, Pete?
Sorry, just I'm just getting there.
Does he have a shield out? I don't think he does he?
My understanding is he does. Yep. He puts his sword in his other hand, his shield hand, whilst he's doing spells, and switches it back over.
Dubious, but let's go with it. I don't remember. Yeah.
7. Yep, parrying 17.
17.
And his shield is 20, and his cost is 14.
Yes, I've got all that. That made the difference. His block with a short sword was just enough to turn her blade aside. Had he not done that, she absolutely would have hit him, no doubt about it. Next up, Jada, what do you do? Hello, Jada.
You hear me?
Yep, can hear you now.
I want to get over this wall. Pretty spiky. Shoot. I might just put fly on myself.
Okay. So what did? So she casts fly.
Yep, coming right up.
Alrighty.
Maybe a minute. 56.
56. 56, negative 30, because there's no preparation. However, you also get, what's your base spells, please? Should be your... Should be just plus 8. Correct. Hello.
Base PP 2.2.
No. Base spells. It's a skill. I'm pretty sure it's. I'm almost certain it's 8. Almost certain it's 8.
Yeah, it is 8.
8. Fantastic. You're lucky. That was a no prep spell. The spell goes off. You've got a remaining 25% left. What do you do?
Float up just enough to peek over, just to peek through the top there. Don't let anything hit me, Chris.
Well, you are invisible. I mean, don't forget you. One really key point, and I will share some rules with everybody. Invisible is not unable to be seen. If you remember, there's that kind of fringe effect around you. So
Yeah.
But that said, that's typically only if people are looking very closely. People are otherwise occupied at the moment. So you are invisible, and you go up to you tell me where, Jada. With 25%, you can go up a wee way. Where do you go?
Yep. Peek over, look around, and then get down a little bit so that nothing can hit me.
Okay. So she gets kind of that much of a view.
Yeah. So I can see who's that over there to the right.
Yep. So she sees that guy. Okay.
Oh, right over the other side of the gate. Okay.
Yeah. You see him.
Cool.
You can probably just make out this very badly wounded soldier here. He's on side on to us. This guy here.
Yep.
Looking pretty much the worst for wear. Slowly climbing down that wooden ramp. That's what you can see currently.
Okay.
Alrighty. Next up is this guy. I say he was 27. Jogs up to Severin and attacks Severin's. I'm gonna say Severin's face on to Severin. This woman here had Severin's flank because the other woman attacked Severin straight on last time.
Severin's parrying 40.
So with parrying.
He's splitting his parry, right?
Yep. OB may be able to use to parry 2 maximum foes. Add 10% for the second foe, so he has 90% of his action this round. Because he's wanting to parry 2 foes. Must be aware of opponents to parry, and can you only use shield against 1 foe. So he's got 90% of his action if he's wanting to parry 2. You're gonna have to tell me the split, please, Pete.
Yeah, gotcha. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I'll figure that out. So.
Cool. So he comes up. He will have a minus because he's moving and attacking, but the distance is very small. It was only 20 or so foot. He's gonna take some an activity. He's moved around 20. Now, Severin, you've got to decide who your shield is going on and what the parry on this person is, please.
He's gonna do the shield on the other person on the flank.
Yep.
And he's gonna parry 40% to that person.
So how much? Okay, cool. How much?
And so he's parrying 60% to this current attack, which is 82. The value of 82.
82. Cool.
That's 60% of 90% of his OB.
Yeah, got it. Lovely. Thank you. Well done. Cool. So this man rushes up and swings. He looks like this, by the way, Severin. Got a sword and shield in his hand. Not a wild, crazy swing. He comes up. He's cautious about how he approaches and lashes out at Severin. Severin puts everything he can into blocking. Not everything he can. A lot of what he can into blocking. And that's a miss. Breathe again, Severin. Switch my battle sounds down a smidge. Go. Next up. Okay. So this woman here does attack Severin, and she is using an absolutely fearsome. You can see it there on her back. An absolutely fearsome, massive two-handed sword, huge, great big cleaver. She attacks on Severin's flank, so she does get a bonus. parry some. And she does get a bonus for the flank. And what is the shield does go on her, which was a massive 50. What is Severin's parry on her, please?
Parrying, so 40% of 90, 40% of 90% is 55.
55, lovely. I wonder if that'll save him. Will that save him? Will that save him? Doesn't save him, but my god, it did save him from a crit, which is what you're worried about. That massive two-handed sword sweeps down on Severin's side. He turns away most of it with the shield, but she manages just with the very end of the blade to clip him across the shoulder for 6 hits. A glancing shot, no critical, Severin. Parry is useful. Parry saves lives. Yotto, your turn. You have your warhammer in your hands. You're crouched down behind the palisades. You can move flying 75 foot around. What do you do?
On mute.
Thank you. What it's going to do is land and run up the palisade towards the battle.
Okay.
And he can run twice his movement. Is that correct, Chris?
You can run. You can increase your speed twofold. So speed, you have negative. 0.5, which is sneaking, times 1, which is walking, run, which is times 2, dash, which is times 3, etc., etc., up to times 5. You can move 2 paces, accelerate 2 paces, so he can go from a jog to a run. That was a long explanation to say this round he can run times 2 his speed.
Thank you. So it's 135 feet, if that helps you. His movement is 67. Have I got that right? Yeah.
He will need to make... So there's been a request by Graham and others to limit the amount of running that people do and running rolls that people do, and I've heard that, but this is a pretty critical run, so I will be asking him to make a running mover. But first and foremost, you tell me he comes up, and where does
he lands, and no, he's not going over the wall. No, he's staying on the same side of the wall he's on, so he ducked back to hide.
Oh, I see. Yep.
He's just going to run up the wall, 135 feet.
I see. I understand. Okay. Sorry, I thought he was going over the wall. Misunderstood. Okay.
No.
Okay.
Sorry for not making that clear.
That's all right. That's all right. So it's reasonably rocky terrain. What I'd like you to do is give me a. Yeah, I mean, what's he traveling over there? Some rock and some other stuff. I'm going to say that's a light maneuver. Give me a light running roll, please. It's based on his agility.
11.
11.
Correct.
Not great. 11 plus what's his agility?
13.
13 is 24 total. He runs 60% of his double. So what's 60% of his times 2?
25. Give me a second.
Yep.
13, 60, 78 feet.
78 feet. Lovely. I so love it when players do the calculation. Thank you. That's really helpful. 78 feet. He gets up to 78 feet to here.
And he will whisper bother under his breath.
Right.
But you can only do what you can do.
Yeah,
That's
sure.
the game.
Now next round, because he's already got some momentum, he's now at run. He can increase 2 more speed, so he can go up to times 3 running, and then times 4 running if he wishes.
Okay, but presumably this is going to he's going to need the maneuvering is going to get harder, right? Because the ground gets rockier, if anything.
It does. So in
Yeah.
some ways,
Okay. Thank you, Chris.
he might be better to stay at the rate he's at. Cool.
Yeah.
Yotto, that's your turn. He still has his fly spell on him, of course.
Correct. Yeah, I'm keeping an eye on that. Thank you.
Cool. 5. This guy here, what does he do? Yeah. He gets out and Not that anybody knows this. And cowards. Next up is Askell on the roof.
Right, so Askell will be coming back over the roof to what would be my left. So just up and over, and then come straight down to land. So that makes sense, straight down off the roof to land.
Lands here?
Yeah, thereabouts, yeah.
Okay.
And then he will move to... he can go straight to a jog, correct?
Yeah, yep. So from there to there, that's... I don't know. What's that? That's 14 foot?
14 foot, yep. How much is that percentage of his...
You work it out, mate.
So flying versus running?
Yeah, well, he's flying for this, yes.
Yeah. So is that 14% he's used? Feet? He can move 30 around, so that's 50%?
Correct.
Yeah,
Correct.
so that's about half. So yeah, okay, so he's used 50%.
Yep.
Okay, cool. And then the remaining 50,
Yep.
he's just going to move to a jog towards the, as far as he can go, to the tall lady, the double-sworded lady.
Okay, cool. So again, I am going to ask for a running roll for this, or a jogging roll for this. 1.5 times. This is open terrain. It's pretty flat, pretty easy. I'm going to say this is a... no, I'm going to give it a routine roll for this. Give me a roll, please.
Sick. Turn the right one. It's alright. $51.
51, and what's his moving and armor skill, please? Be a negative, I think, for his armor, or a 0?
It's +2.
+2, how about that? There you go, 53. Cool. 100%. So what is half his jog? Jog, you said.
His jog... 1.5... Be 45.
45. He gets well and truly up to these people. That will be the end of his action. He can't attack this round, but he's... You tell me where you want me to position him.
Just behind her, like... actually, not quite right behind her. He'll be, I don't know, 6 feet behind her. Ish, thereabout. Enough to, his next round, he intends to do a tumbling attack, so allow himself enough to, he would have judged about there-ish, then he's going to go into that tumbling attack maneuver.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Cool. Alrighty. Lovely. Jada, do you speak Fibronic?
Let's see if I do languages. Oh, a little bit, only 2.
Okay. You hear them, people, and you can't quite see them from where you are, but voices from down here speaking to this man here, and they're talking excitedly, and they're clearly alarmed, quite understandably. One of them is using someone's name. Odik, something, move, something. Odik, move, something. You can't quite get it, but it's definitely someone's name called Odik. That's what you pick up. What does he do? He is waiting. Yeah, so no, he takes a step. Actually, he comes back, takes some cover here. Go. Nicholas, your turn.
Nicholas is going to cast a spell on the fourth person who attacks him.
This woman here? Sure.
Yeah, so he's prepared 2 rounds. This means he's got a 0 plus 0, I think.
How did he... Oh, yes, because you were 2 rounds when you came over the wall. Yes, you did. That's right.
Yeah.
Cool. Yes, plus 0. Correct.
Okay. 21.
21. I'm assuming this is an attacking spell.
Yeah. Yes, plus 16 for his base spells.
21
It
plus
will
16.
require a resistance roll from her.
Yes, thank you. 21 plus 16. Distance is... The range is... Are you within 10 foot? Yes, you are. Plus 10. Cool. And she is wearing... None. Okay. Alright. Not an amazing roll, but with those bonuses...
Oh, and he's gesticulating 2. Add 5.
Which is how
Add
much?
5.
Add
5.
5, okay. Yep, no change. He is a 7th level. She is
Correct.
a... that level. Okay, this is quite an important roll. I'm going to roll it in the open. She's got to make that or better.
Really thinking it was going to be a good roll.
What's that?
I was really hoping my 21 was going to be higher, but
Yes, exclamation mark, space, exclamation mark R, space D100. Here we go. This is quite an important roll. This is to see if she fails or succeeds. A high roll is good for her and bad for you. Here we go. What happens with the spell, please?
Oh, so I'll go with the duration first. It's 1 minute per 10% fail.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
That's...
So it's going to at least last for 1 minute.
Hang on a sec. Just a second. Right, what about 2? Okay, yep.
Cool.
2 minutes, yep.
The target is attacked by a creature of shadow.
Okay.
The creature is actually a mental illusion, and only the target sees the creature.
Yep.
Now, this is a bit I think is really important. The target will immediately attack. The creature will immediately attack the target in melee. I mean, I think that means this round.
I think so.
The creature has an armor type of 1.
Yep.
But has the same DB, OB, and hits as the target. And we use the target's highest melee offensive bonus as the creature's OB.
Lovely.
And it then goes on to say that if I cast spells on myself like haste, the creature is affected by the same spell. But yep, that's not going to happen. The creature is immune to spell attacks.
Yep.
If the creature is slain by killing or incapacitating it, the spell is cancelled.
Cool. Excellent. So the spell
That's
goes...
a relief.
The spell does go... Hang on a sec. Hang on. Hang on. Whew.
Indeed.
That could have been interesting.
I hope it's going to be interesting for a different reason now.
Yes. Let me just go to my little thing and do this and go.
The only difference is this creature's armor type is 1.
Got it. Yeah, got it. Love it. And that then becomes a PC. Great. You've just got a new ally in your party. Excellent. You have 25% action left, Pete.
No, that was his parry.
His parry, good point. He parried. Thank you. Well done. Excellent. Next up. Yeah, Jada, you hear more kind of talking and movements just out of your field of vision. So you're there and you can hear people talking excitedly, nervously, whatever, and kind of moving around this area. they're doing.
I just jump in and say, does that creature get an attack now?
Sorry, you did say that. You did say that. Thank you. So yes, it does. Thank you, and you did remind me of that. I'm sorry, Pete. There we go.
No.
Attack. Does it say anything about parry? Does it?
No. No. No, that's I read out the entirety of the spell.
Okay. So it does hit her, and you see her because you're the closest to her, Nicholas. Stagger back. She's bleeding. She's been hit. Not massively, but definitely she's been injured. And you hear her to have an intake of breath and a gasp at whatever she's just seeing. Thank you for the reminder, Pete. Okay. Okay. Seven. You have parried Phil. You of course do get a 0 attack should you wish to.
That's what's the fumble on a broadsword? Dare I ask? I should have done this earlier.
Hang on. So it's a freebie in the rules, but yeah, good point. It's like anything in this game. It's a risk. Everything is a risk.
The number of times it's been like a really critical roll, and it's like, oh, what are the chances? Oh, those are the chances. Great. Okay.
So fumble with a broadsword is 1, 2, or 3.
Okay, that's it. Okay.
What's the decision?
Okay. Yeah, he's gonna do a 0 attack on the two-handed sword lady.
Okay. And unfortunately, guys, my mapping software has just decided to stop. So I'm going to have to do an edit here. This computer has really got not much longer to go. I'll try to bring it up again, and let's see. It just stopped. This is the first time it's done this. It's just stopped working. Right, switch that off. And actually, it's just one more screen that I've got up, Giles. I'm actually going to take my camera off in terms of, so yeah, I can no longer see you, Giles. Yep. Just one more thing the computer's going to try to do.
And maybe get rid of the background too, maybe, Chris?
The background noises, yeah, maybe. Yep.
The seeing is super helpful.
Yes, of course. Oh, it's critical. It's absolutely critical. So I'll close that.
You want to take a micro pause, Jim, and I will run off to the toilet.
Yes, yep, micro pause, guys.
Sitting with crossed legs is like, come on.
I'm going to go grab a cup of tea then, team.
Yep, I'll be off too.
I'll
Yep.
be about
Cool.
2 minutes.
How annoying, Stara. How annoying.
Alright, I'm back.
Cool.
I don't know if there's anyone else.
Yep.
Alright.
Are we all back? I think so. Giles, you're here. Anthony's here. Stara's here, and Pete. That was you as well.
Yep.
Cool.
Yep.
So I'm going to try to keep the battle sounds on because that shouldn't use up a lot of the power of the machine. But I have switched some other things off. If I'm slower than I normally am, it's because I'm just flicking between screens here, guys. Because rather than having lots open, I just want to go through where everybody was before the software crashed. This guy, you know it, but this guy's moved up to here. This person had moved around and attacked you, Pete. The tribesmen here had come up and tried to attack Severin. Askell, you've moved down here. Yotto, you've moved here, and Jada, you've come up and flown and peeking over the walls. I think I've got that right. Tell me if I've missed anything, guys.
Can I declare where I'd like the shadow thing to have been summoned?
Yeah, I guess so.
In the gap where that rock is. Is there? Oh, well, actually, sorry. Can someone attack Nicholas by where that rock is?
Depends what their weapon is. If it's a long weapon, maybe.
On that rock. Well, otherwise, on that rock thing is where I'd like the shadow thing to have appeared. So she's fighting into that space. Well, sorry, if she's going to attack it, or attack against that space.
Okay, so it's standing. I can't put it there, but it's standing there. Yeah.
Yep. Thank you.
Actually, that would mean it would have got a flank on her, which might have made a difference, but never mind. Anyway, okay.
Yep.
Cool.
Oh, good. Thanks.
Okay, cool. Right, so Severin, you where we got to. Hang on, just kind of bring it back. Yep, Severin, you were going to do a +0 attack. Sorry, by the way, to viewers, we just had a slight technical malfunction. I've got an unwell computer and the software just crashed. Severin, you are going to make a +0 attack on this person here. Give me a roll, please.
42.
42. Expect. Well, I'm almost certain that is a netta. 42 +0 with the broadsword. No skill in the broadsword. She was parrying some. Yeah. No. Vain attempt, Severin, but the shot goes wide.
Can he then pivot back to give her his flank?
Yes, he can.
So he's facing the person who is...
This guy.
Yep.
Yep.
Thank you.
He can. Okay, next up. Cool. How unwell is he? And that is the end of that round. Okay, next round. Initiative. Rolling initiative. Anybody, now's your chance to tell me if you've got anything specially prepared. Going once, going twice, and we're off. This woman here, absolutely appalled by this shadow thing on her, steps back and thrusts at this being with her sword. What does it say about criticals on this spell, Pete?
Criticals to it?
Yes.
Nothing. I guess it's over to you. Whether it's got limbs or stuff. I mean,
I think it behaves as a replica of the combatant, apart from the armor.
For sure.
Yes.
Sure. Yep. Cool.
Pete, can you do some research, please? Actually, I'm going to change that. I'm going to change that, and I think in your favour. To my mind, I actually think it would be down to hit points. It's an apparition, and once all its energy is gone, its hit points have gone, it vanishes.
It's all in her mind.
It's all in her mind, right. Correct.
And there are other beings that we fight that ignore
Yeah.
sun and ignore.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm going to say, but please, again, mark it down in our rules tracker. Can you double check that and find out? But I'm going to say, so that's actually in your favour, but that to me makes more sense. So, this woman steps away from Nicholas, kind of backing off and focusing on this horrible thing in her mind, and launches an attack. And let's parry. Yeah, I mean, you obviously all you see, Nicholas, is this insane woman fighting shadows. You've got no idea what she's doing. Okay. Next up, Yotto. You got to here?
Okay, is Otto allowed to take an opportunity action, Chris? So he wants to act last in the round.
Yep.
And do you want me to tell you what he's going to do? Because I know precisely what he's going to do.
Well, the thing is, he has absolutely no idea what's going on over the fence.
Well, that's why I ask if he can take an opportunity action.
He can take...
So I think...
Yeah, describe what you want to do, but
Okay,
remember
so-
you can't see anything that's going on over the fence.
No, that's fine. Opportunity action, and he'll when the round is complete, he'll use his fly spell to hop over the fence.
Mm-hmm.
Then he'll do a glancing perception, and then he needs to run to where this melee is happening, and that's kind of why, right? So he doesn't know what the hell's going on. So he'll need to hop over, either perceive or know, depending on what you decide, and then he's going to go join the fray.
I kind of feel that's gaming it a bit, but I'll allow it. I'll say...
I'm happy to go with your run. So if you want me to just hop over and do it now, I will. Very, very happy with that, Chris. Yep, you're god.
The kind of the point of an opportunity action is... I mean, that's one way of thinking. The other way is he's kind of waiting to see what happens and then makes a call. No, look, let's go with it. Let's go with it. Part of me thinks it's kind of gaming it. Part of me kind of maybe not. I'll say let's go with it. As always, I try to play in the favour of the players. So your job, please, Giles, is don't let me get to say end of rounds first. You've got to remind me that you've got that action to do.
Sure. I am super keen to play true, if you know what I mean, Chris.
Yeah, sure.
So,
Yep.
I don't want to game the game.
Cool. Jada, what do you do, please?
So I'm gonna hop over the fence, and there's is there three people? Who have I got over there? Is that Tanya?
Oh, hang on. So describe what you're going to do, and let's have
fly over the fence.
Yep.
And I've already looked over to see who's on the other side. So can you show me who's over there again? So because I know I've seen those two.
So she flies over.
Yeah. Okay. So now that person there's perfectly well. There's nothing wrong with him. Oh, he's not injured, is he? The one below me?
I'd have to ask for Jada to do a perception roll to figure out what's going on. So.
Okay.
Yep. So she is aware of a person here, and he's looking at like a split second glance. He might be injured. These two here, I'd require a perception roll, and for more information, I'd require a perception roll.
Okay, here it comes.
Oh, hang on. Which one is it? Is it a 10% glance, or is it you taking your time and spending either 30% looking around, or spending the entire round and getting a bonus looking around? So you got three options.
No, just a quick look.
Quick one. Cool. Give me a roll.
52.
52. It is masked. 52. Cool. And what's her perception, please?
57.
57. Cool. So look, in this, it's a quick, literally 1 second glance. Looking down at your feet, this guy here is very injured. He's got at least 2 arrows sticking out of him, and he's been fried by something. He's not in good shape. Hard to see this guy well, but you think he is in. You're not sure, but he's on his feet. He's got a spear. There's another man here who's on his feet with a spear. Tanya is lying in a very, very, very large pool of blood, which has kind of covered that area there, and is very pale and not moving. And that is all you could see. The man that you saw there is no longer there. So there was somebody here, and he has moved.
Oh, good. Okay, that's all I wanted to know. So I'm going to fly over to the man that's closest to Tanya.
Yep.
Behind him, and put my medallion of heavy metal onto the tip of his spear.
Okay. So, call it, I don't know, what was that? You were hovering there. That's like a, 5% to get up and over the fence. 10%, so you've used 15% of your action so far. How far can you fly in a round, please?
Please. Oh. Page. Fly 15 feet per round.
15? 1-5?
Yeah.
15? 1-5?
Yeah.
Okay. So that is from there. That's 25 foot. So 15 is.
Oh.
Is
Can
there.
I change mine? Can I just
I
just fly behind? 15 is not very far, is it?
Are you sure
Wow.
it's 15? Because that seems very low.
It says on movement fly 1 as levitation 1, except caster can fly at a rate of 15 feet per round.
Wow. Okay.
1 mile per hour.
Wow.
Yeah, I would have thought that it was longer too.
Yeah. Okay. So actually, okay. So yeah, what do you do?
Oh, so since I can only fly slowly,
Very
I'll actually go behind. I'll just go behind the man that's right below me,
Okay.
and he's got a spear as well, eh?
No. No.
No.
He's basically he's dropped his weapons and is basically holding his injury, and as blood leaks out of him.
Ah. Okay. Oh no, the bell. Oh gosh. So he's dying, and they're all 20 feet away, further than 20 feet. I think I'll just drop down under the what do you call that thing? The big ladder.
Okay. So by moving 15 foot is 100% of your action. So all you can do this round, with flying, is drop down. That's the only thing you can do this round.
Just straight down.
Just straight down.
Oh, I'll stand a bit. Oh, not straight down. I can't even go on an angle.
Maybe slightly off. I'd give you. Oops.
Just away from that man, even though he's dying.
Give you kind of there.
Okay. Yep, that'll do.
I had no idea that spell was so restrictive. I didn't know there were such. Okay. Okay. So
round.
you are now.
So when my next turn, I should get another 15 feet. Gosh, I won't even make it to the person next time.
No.
Wow. Okay. Thanks.
Okay, that's your turn. Next up. This woman here with her massive two-handed sword makes a swing on Severin. Same routine again, Severin, or something different?
Sorry.
So shield and parry on her.
So yeah, I put in 40% of 90% parry, which was 55, plus a shield of 50 plus 10 for DB. Is that correct? So
Correct.
Like 100. So it's 110 off her.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. So
we'll go
10%
with that.
10% DP, 50 for the shield, massive shield, magical shield, 55 for the parry, and she does get a flank on you. As you said, you turn back to face the other person. It's almost exactly the same. Severin, you turn her colossal two-handed sword, and she's a good swordswoman. She knows what she's doing. You turn it with your shield, but at the very last second, it just kind of the tip of the sword just flicks your cheek for 2 hits. 2 hits only. Lucky. Next. Okay. Nicholas, what do you do this round?
He's going to cast an unprepared spell.
Okay.
Yeah. Do not like this.
Okay. It's an attack spell, I'm assuming?
No, it's not. No, it's a summoning spell.
Okay.
Oh, cool. He rolled 98.
Nice, roll again.
Oh, it's for a base spell?
Oh,
It's a summon. It's just,
summoning,
yeah.
Sure. So that spell was extremely successful. It was a risk, but the risk paid off. What happens?
He summoned a lesser server elemental,
Okay.
which is a 13-foot tall, 8-foot wide, bird-like being.
Love it.
So you want another distraction? Yeah. So it's like his whistling, so he'll be able to control it when he concentrates on it. And we can decide what the what his attack is. Yeah, but yeah, he wants something else for them to attack.
Love it.
And he doesn't want to do a perception, but I just assume. Oh, sorry, one more time.
Yep, one thing at a time. Hang a second. So, how big is this thing?
Well, I'm just saying it's sort of 11 foot tall and 8 foot wide. It's quite large. It's like I imagine it's sort of like a glowing, it's like what did it say? Flies, a bird-like structure composed of gravity.
Okay.
So I'm imagining it's sort of like like wide wings, sort of white and palely shimmering. I mean, it is sort of that translucent thing like the whistling is, because gravity
Right.
as elemental is clear, but this is big, and he doesn't mind if it glows a bit. He wants it to be seen, basically.
So about what? Yay?
Yep,
Not bad.
yep, and we'd like it to sort of be right in front of him, preferably covering a bit of a gap under that ramp thing. Yeah.
About there.
Yep. Yeah.
About there. That's
And he'll
perfect.
change his pants.
Okay. So okay, cool. How long does it last?
Same as the other. Oh, sorry. I'll check that. 10 minutes per level.
And can it attack? I guess we'll come to that.
Yeah, it can attack. Yeah.
But
but
not this,
it's gonna-
certainly not this round.
Not this round, no.
Okay.
And he will parry for the remainder of his round if he needs to.
Okay. Okay. So it has landed. Sorry, it suddenly appears. Nice work. That was a 75% action, and he's parrying with the remainder of it. Cool. If he needs to.
Yep.
Cool.
Thank you.
Lovely. Nice work, Pete. Next up is. I love this game.
Oh, sorry, the shadow attack.
Yeah, on its turn.
Oh, sorry, on Nicholas's turn, right? Oh, has it got its own initiative?
Is it on Nicholas's turn?
Oh, no, well, your call. I assumed it was, but
No, it's got its
Whatever.
it's its own creature, and it's got its own little record in my combat thing.
Oh.
So you now have an ally.
Awesome.
In fact, I probably need to make the birds an ally. What are the stats for the bird thing?
Well, I imagine that's in my turn.
Okay.
It's like the whispering, so it will only do stuff when Nicholas controls it.
I see. All right.
Yeah.
Cool. Got it. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. So, with this person here who is about to attack Severin, suddenly this massive creature has just appeared. What's his reaction to it? Yeah, he doesn't like this at all, and backs off. And then sees Askell, and attacks Askell. So he hadn't seen Askell, he's now seen this bird thing here. Is that going to start by itself? Oh, it does, look at that. And takes a shot at you, Askell. So he stepped back, backing off, and then suddenly, oh my god, there's another foe there, and then has a swing at Askell. He's moved. He was parrying. Askell, you weren't aware of this shot. Oh, shivers. Every time I click my mouse, I'm waiting for the computer to die. The good news, Askell, he swings. And he misses. Maybe. Oh, does he? No, he doesn't. He doesn't miss. He does hit you, Askell, but it's a glancing shot. 8 hit points. Slices through your a part where you're not protected with your leather armor. Does you 8 hits, but fortunately no critical. Next, speaking of Askell, it's your turn. What do you do?
So, does the impact on Askell's manoeuvre he's about to do, like he's just been hit, will that now disrupt what he was about to do?
What's the description of the maneuver?
Oh, I'm just thinking generally, like you're about to do a cartwheel and then someone hits you with a weapon. Does that throw you off? Like, that's not in the description.
Yeah, I would probably. Well, I think probably yes. Probably would.
Okay. So how would we roll that then? Like, or do you want to do it as a did he or didn't he impact on what he was his maneuver?
Yeah. Let's do that. Yeah. Good. Nice one. Good call. Good suggestion. That's fair. So make a hard -10 self-discipline check to see if you can.
49.
Keep that roll. I'll give you the choice. This is a 10% action to make the self-discipline check. So you can either keep that roll and make the attack but have a 90% activity, or you can act with 100% activity. Your call. Does that make sense?
How does it?
So,
that's fine.
So the impact is he's taken a second to kind of check himself to decide whether he's cartwheeling or not, or he doesn't do that and he just attacks.
No, he'll do the 10%.
Okay, sure. So 49.
And his self-discipline is -6.
-6. And it was a -10. So it's a 33. So Askell has decided, and thank you, that was a good suggestion, that's the right way to go. Make the dice decide. Askell just kind of threw him a bit. He doesn't want to do the cartwheel. What does he do instead? He's got 90% action to act.
Hadn't thought that far forward. He will cast Shield, which is an instant spell. He's now pivoting. He did that 90.
90. So that's
sure that worked.
10% action. He's now got shield on him. He's got 80% left to act.
Then he will have to move forward that 6 feet in behind the two-handed sword woman.
Yep. 6 feet minimal. So there's no movement for that. That's within 10 foot. So you get that free.
Then he will swing with that remaining 80% at the back of this woman.
Nice. You get a back attack on this Askell, and she does not get a DB. She gets minimal DB. Make it a good roll, Askell.
Yep, no blind doors.
I've got your cutlass of 92. Is that right?
Yep.
Cool.
54.
54. Cool. 54. 54. With Rhea. And I'll give her a little bit of a DB because she is moving. She is in combat with Severin. So she does get a little bit of a DB, but not all of it. You've moved and attacked. You've done those other activities. However, that is a very, very healthy 19 and an E/ for you. Give me your roll, please.
Oh, sorry, I broke up then. What was that? A 19 or 9?
19. And an E.
Okay. 91.
91. Love that. Love that.
What?
I can read it out, or you can tell me what happens. Your call.
Read it out.
Sever foe's spine plus 20 hits. Foe collapses in a second and is paralyzed from the neck down permanently. Your call. You can keep that, or you can tell me what happens.
No, that sounds very good.
Nice. I'm gonna take the hits down. Lovely. That definitely. Hang on a sec. That definitely deserves a. Nice work. Well done.
So Askell focused on her back and then pictured it as a barn door.
That's it. Exactly. That was killed 6th level.
Killed 6th level.
She is
Nice.
down.
Right, team.
Well done.
Pull your weight.
Well done. Oh, that's a relief.
Nice work. It's
Severin.
opposite considering your opening, Askell.
Severin,
Thought it had been ruined in
Severin.
my tumbling attack.
you've just seen Severin, you've just seen Askell come in and save the day. You've also just caught a glimpse, perhaps, of this massive bird thing. Let Nicholas be Nicholas. You intended to parry.
Yep.
You can, of course, do what you wish. And yeah, tell me what you do.
Yeah, he will 10% change, so he'd used 40% to parry the lady who's just dead.
Yes.
He will change action for 10%.
Yes.
Move. I assume he can move the small distance to the guy who got out of the bird's
sure.
way.
Yeah, that's within. If it's within 10 foot, which I'm pretty sure it is. It's 10 foot exactly. Yes. Yep.
Cool. And he will do a 50% attack
Okay.
because he's used his parry. Yeah, so
Cool.
50% attack on that guy.
And that will be a flank attack on him. Give me a roll, please.
26.
26.
And
His activity is 50%. And a 26. Severin has 152 skill with his broadsword, by the way.
yeah,
Does the defender does get a shield and does get his DB, but even with only 50% of Severin's attack, that is still a whopping 19 and a D puncture this time. Roll a D, please.
he
Severin.
gets also gets an extra E because he's done a crit with a sword.
Sure thing. Give me a roll.
So did you want the E or the?
We'll roll the D. We'll roll the D first,
first?
and we'll come back to the E.
Ooh, 62.
62. Smashes this guy in his forearm. Foe takes 3 hits per round. Is it negative? Oh, no, sorry. I shouldn't be reading this out. He's bleeding. You do him another 3 hits, and you look like you've hit him pretty hard. He looks pretty wobbly there, Severin. Good shot. And the E coming up. What kind of E is it? Does it say? It should say.
Check. Graham's note is on the character sheet. Gets an additional E crit on the opponent. It's got the Graham's note was. I'll just double check if he's got more info on the character sheet.
No, we're moving on, Pete. It'll just be an E slash. Give me a roll.
Yep. Cool. What was it? It was a 58.
58. First cut went across his chest. Next cut went across his thigh. Knock him for another 8 hits, and he's definitely bleeding a lot. You've messed him up, Severin. You've messed him up a lot.
Thank you very much.
Excellent. Next. Okay. Okay. This guy here comes around the corner and sees that massive, horrible bird thing, and yeah, he is a brave soldier of Turang, a fighter for the masses, a fighter for the poor, a fighter for the peasants, and he steels himself and tries to stick this bird thing. Doesn't take damage, does it, Pete? Or does it?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yes, it does.
It does take damage?
Yes, it does. It's got hit.
That's why I was asking if it was a separate thing or not to put in. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I thought you were asking about when it should act, which is on Nicholas's turn.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, Chris. Yeah.
So give me some stats.
Sorry about that.
Give me some stats for the thing.
So it's got 90 hits.
Okay, just a sec. 90 hits. 90 hits. Yep. Armor type.
4.
4. Thank you. DB.
40.
40. Good God.
That's what it says.
Yep. And OB. Okay, Pete, we had slight technical difficulties there. If you can give me a hand, please, to fill out the stats for this creepy bird thing that Nicholas has just summoned. Yeah, let me know. Let me just set a couple of things up. So that was bird. I think you said it had 90 hits.
90 hits.
Cool. It was level armor type 1.
4.
4. Cool.
Yep.
DB of
40.
40, thank you. And initiative modifier 40. And its offensive bonus, please.
80. And a medium grapple.
Medium grapple. Medium grapple. Yep. Anything else, or just that?
It has other attacks, but I don't think I'll be using them.
Okay, that's fine. Thank you. Excellent. Cool. Cool. Thank you. I've now added that critter. And where we got up to last time before we had some slight technical difficulties was this person here is going to use his spear and try to skewer the bird creature. Very brave of the soldier to come running up, see this horrible thing, and still steel himself to actually attack, but he is indeed doing that. Parrying some. Yeah, he thrusted its spear, and this gigantic, horrendous, what did you say, 11-foot tall creature, just kind of massive thing, just manages to step to the side. Now, I think that is everybody this round.
Yoko?
Yotto, coming to you. Yeah, coming to you. Yeah, coming to Yotto.
Sorry.
Did the Phantom attack this person? Can you remember, Pete?
I don't think it did. You didn't say
Not
it did,
yet.
did it?
Yeah, I didn't. So I
Yeah.
think that's the last. This person did attack her, the Phantom, because I asked the question whether we decided that it's just hit points they take, but it hasn't happened the other way around. So let's see what happens. It's parrying some. Oh, that's a critical. You probably, no one's really paying attention, but you do hear a scream the other side of this bird thing. Nice work on the Phantom critters, Pete.
Oh,
And then I think that was the last person to act apart from Yotto. So Yotto.
Thank you, Chris. So Yotto will fly over up the top of the fence, to about there, and then we'll do a 10% perception looking towards in the direction he's been running.
Okay.
And what he's looking for is an enemy to attack, and by preference, he'll attack someone in Turang clothing over anybody else.
Okay, sure thing. So give me a mass perception roll, please.
Ooh, sorry, I've got caps on. Doesn't work in all caps. 50.
50. Yep, cool. And what's
66.
oh,
60, Chris.
60. Cool. And what's his perception, please?
It's a very good question. It's 48.
48. Cool. Look, he doesn't. He is aware of. He glances. That way, he sees a man over here not doing a lot, standing still. And there is a lot of action in front of him. He sees his companion Askell up there, and Severin, and then there are various figures around him. The black figures, he did focus on those previously, and he certainly sees one of them over here. But that's it. He doesn't really, in his 1 second, he doesn't really get a lot of information. What does he do?
Cool. So I know, Chris, presumably he is now able to dash reasonably safely over this ground. That's much flatter and smoother.
Better.
Right?
Yep, better. So this would be... looking at that, it's a routine.
And how far is that?
Where are you going to?
Right, so he'll be going to join the fray.
Okay.
So...
It's 70 foot.
So at a dash, that's going to use
Remember
about 30% of his action.
Remember he can't dash because it takes a round to build up 2 levels of running. So from a run you can go to a jog and then a run, and then the next round you can go up again. So he'd have to go from a jog to a run this round. The maximum he can do is a run.
Okay, and a run is 3 times?
Run is 2 times.
Oh, 2 times. Okay, and it's 70 foot, you said?
74 foot, yep.
Okay, which is essentially going to use, at a run, half of his... So 50, 60, and that leaves him 40% of his action. So what he's going to do is run into the melee.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to attack with 20% and use...
Can't attack with 20, minimum of to attack is 50.
Oh.
And he's also used action going over the wall too. Call it call it 5% action.
He'll run up. He'll use 20% on adrenal strength, and I guess that's all he'll do. And he wants to get himself near the black woman so he can whack her. He's got his hammer.
Yeah, cool. So give me a routine running maneuver, please.
72.
72, that should be absolutely fine. Plus your agility.
13.
13, 1-3. Nice. Yep, that's 100%. So with he used 5% to go over the wall. He used 10% to look. So that's 15%. So with 85%, how far can he run?
Well, no, he's going to use 20% for adrenal strength, and that will leave him with, help me, 65, so it's about 2/3.
Okay, so how far can he run with 2/3?
Give me 1 sec. About 115 feet.
Okay, cool, great. So he is definitely got more than enough time to get up here. He can place himself anywhere within this area he wants.
Right, so he's going to place himself somewhere so he can smash the woman in black, who's fighting the shadow that he can't see, and he's going to put himself at her back.
Yep.
So, yeah,
Yeah,
that's
cool.
what he'll be doing.
Cool.
Thanks.
And he's got an additional 20 for adrenal strength that he's preparing. Is that right?
Correct.
Done. Cool. Excellent. And that is the end of that round. End of round. Initiative. Rolling initiative. Initiative is off. This woman here. She's. Oh no, you can't. You wanted to get to her back, Yotto. Her back is here. She is facing this way because she is fighting the shadow. So her back is here, and there is somebody here. So you could give her a flank, but you can't get her back.
That's fine, Chris. I mean, in principle, here he wants to put himself in a kind of a place where he can attack and is reasonably safe.
Yep.
As his back.
Understood. So what does she do? She sees the phantom in front of her, and she suddenly sees this crazy person coming up. I'm gonna say she's still terrified of this phantom thing. So I'm gonna make a call that 1 to 75%, 1 to 75, she continues to fight the shadow thing that looks like her in front of her, because that's freaking her out the most. The remaining above 75, she suddenly gets frightened by yet another combatant who startles her, and she attacks Yotto. So 75 or below attacks the shadow, or above attacks Yotto. Exclamation mark space RD100 coming into chat now. She goes for the shadow creature.
Yeehaw!
Thought you'd like that. Another 18 hits. Okay. Yotto, you see this woman who looks like this, just behaving super oddly. Like, you've run up to attack her, and instead she is just attacking thin air. She is just she is focused on this area here, and she is just slashing and hacking and attacking nothing. It is the weirdest thing. It is just utterly bizarre. And funny enough, it is a clone on her. Oops. And that is so. Oh God! So Yotto, all of a sudden, this woman who is just thrashing around at midair suddenly screams, and one of her hands goes to her head, and there is just this spout of blood, and her ear has fallen on the ground. What's done it? You can't see, but but clearly she can, and she is horrified, and there is a lot of blood coming out of her head. Next up is Pete. You control the bird, don't you?
Yeah,
Okay.
yes.
Cool. Jada, you're next. You have just landed here.
Can I ask a question before I go on? How difficult is it to put the medallion on something metal? Is it like medium, hard?
Depends what kind of material, and don't forget if someone's moving, it'll be extremely hard.
Just magnetic things. So I should look that up, really. Eh? Okay, I think I might turn around and walk fast to my team.
Okay.
Bit nervous about medallion not working.
Okay. So what's she moves 50. How far does she move?
She moves 65 feet.
Okay.
Can I see how far 65 feet
Yeah,
is?
sure thing.
Who's in the way?
65 foot is kind of there-ish.
Okay, I can't quite see where that ends up, but I trust you that it's somewhere safe.
It's down. Here we go. 65 is.
That looks good.
It's there. Okay.
Yeah, that looks good. Thank you.
So quarterstaff in hand. She moves down to here.
Thanks.
Cool. Done. So Jada, you're now aware of, and you can see in front of you, this complete mess that's going on in front, and there's a giant bird there. Yep, bizarrely enough. Next up, oh, I did the wrong one. No, I didn't. 1 second, team. This woman here. I took her out of combat. Never mind. I swore I took her out. Anyway. That is her, isn't it? Yep. And the sword. She does nothing. This woman that you've just felled, Askell, kind of. Was it Askell or Severin? Askell. Kind of gurgles on the ground and looks up at you in utter terror, Askell. Nicholas, your turn.
He would like he'll use 50% of his action to concentrate on the bird, and it will do a grapple attack on the spearman.
Now, normally, yeah, I'm just thinking about this. So it's at 11 foot. It's a large creature. Okay, so because it's large, you know how we have the range of effect if you're using a short weapon, a medium weapon, and a long weapon. A grapple is, of course, a short attack because you're just grabbing the person. But because this thing is so big, I will allow it to attack this round, but I'll give it at a minus 15.
Yeah. Yes, so it's got a medium weapon.
Yeah, effectively a medium weapon because it's so big.
Yeah.
If it was a humanoid person, it would be up to attack because he can keep the shield of the spear in between it and him. Cool. Give me just a second. Hold off 1 second. So bird on number 2. Cool. Give me a roll, please.
Ooh, 86.
Okay. 86, good roll. grapple. It's a medium grapple.
Indeed.
He's parrying some, but not enough. 5 and a B. Roll the B, please.
11.
11 in the B. Lovely. Yeah, passing strike. Another 2 hits.
Oh, thank you.
Just a graze. Yotto.
Oh, sorry. That was 50% of Nicholas's action. He'd like to take 30% of a perception roll.
Yep, can roll.
Oops. 15.
15. 1-5.
Yep.
Yep. And what's his bonus?
Plus 39.
Cool.
He's particularly wanting to look over towards the village's main house where that ritual was, and he's wanted to gauge how many more people are around.
Yeah, so he does see, looking over here, some people coming out. Can't really see in the lights who or what they are, but there are people that have come out of that house, and there's definitely movement on inside, so he does see that.
And of course, he'd also glanced down to, that wasn't the only thing he's focusing on, glancing down to the gate, nothing particularly to note there.
Saying what? Sorry, what?
So nothing, he doesn't notice anyone else rushing up or anything, he's just wanting to...
That's what he sees.
In the whole area, yeah. Yep. Awesome, thank you. Great. And he'll parry if he needs to for the remainder.
Okay, so with the remaining 20. Okay, good. Thank you. Good call, good tactical play. Yotto, your turn.
So just help me a little bit in terms of the technicalities here, Chris. Obviously, he's got his hammer out. He's got adrenal strength. What he wants to do is clobber this woman in black, delighted in the fact there must be some invisible attacker who's helping him out.
Right.
Ears don't fall off for no reason.
Yep.
But he's going to be mindful of the fact he's going to need to say something to parry. So do I use like 70% and say 30 or choose a number? Is this what I need to tell you?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
So
in which case he'll...
It's kind of gamble, basically.
He'll attack with that. I mean, I don't want to do a perception roll or use any of my maneuver, but how injured is she apart from the loss of her ear?
She's pretty bloody.
Okay, so he's going to use 70% to attack.
Okay, cool. So,
with his warhammer.
Yep, with
obviously which is out.
Yep, adrenal strength. It's a it is a 101 is successful. So give me a roll, please. We first determine that.
Rat 29.
29. What's the skill?
I don't think it's good enough. Where have you gone? Adrenal strength. Yeah, no, his adrenal strength it should be 28 actually, but it's clearly not good enough.
Okay, 28. So you get to attack normally. Make an attack roll, please. You get a flank attack on this person. Yotto's first physical attack of the game.
Ever, that's right. 83.
83, that's a good roll.
Not bad.
Okay, so 83. You're attacking with your hammer. Yep, which is... What is his skill, please?
Question. So the Warhammer school, having spent so much of his development points building up his Oldashi, his Warhammer is 66.
And obviously you take the percentage that you're parrying off that. So tell me what the
So do I take? Is it 70% of 66? Is that what you want?
Correct.
Okay, just give me 1 second. My maths is not that good. So in that case, it's 46.2.
46. Crunch. She wasn't looking at parrying you. She didn't parry you. That is 17, even with a pretty low skill of 46. That's 16 in a D puncture with the Warhammer. Roll the D, please. Sorry?
5-6.
5-6, bang. You hit her in the leg. Another 3 hits, and yeah, you think that hurt a lot. Whack. You don't know if she'll be, you're unsure if she'll be attacking next round. She's not looking great. Nice. Okay. Okay. Haskell.
Right. Haskell would, obviously having taken that lady out, he would pivot to his left to face the attacker that flipped him on previously. And if he needs to move in closer, he will, and then he'll swing with all his might.
Cool. Give me a roll. So this will be a flank on you, on him, by the way.
Okay.
Give me a roll.
76.
Good roll.
Plus is 92.
92. So
And he was 100.
He's attacking full.
Yeah, he was 100%.
Cool. You do get a flank. He is not using his shield against you. He's using it against Severin. So he doesn't get that. That is overkill. So, 100. That was a really good hit, Haskell. Minus 150 divided by... You are going to do some damage on this. Just coming. What armor type is he wearing? He's wearing no armor. That's a bit of a silly boy, isn't it?
Eskel can relate.
Yes. 5 divided by 5. Cool. Eskel, that is a crunching. Set my stuff out beforehand. Crunching. 35 hits, so definitely mark that down. And an E critical and an A critical.
Ooh, nice.
Roll the E first, please.
$32 for the E.
32 for the E. Smashes into his side. He's bleeding more, takes 3 hits. And then, can you please roll? Just give me a second or so to set this up. Askel on that chappy there. Just give me a second. 0 hits. A slash. And roll your A slash as well.
So, sorry, what did the E crit do?
Another 3 hits.
3 hits. Okay. A crit. 37.
They broke up. What 7? Something 7?
37.
37. Cool. 37. Lovely.
Yep.
Minor calf wounds. You made him bleed a bit more. However, Askel. That was well and truly enough. And this man goes down. Not moving. What do you do to him?
What do I do to him now?
How does he die?
Oh, how does he die? What hit him from the side, didn't I? So I guess I must have, and then his arm, so I must have slashed across near his heart or something like that, and he'll just buckle and crumble.
Killed 4th level. Go, Askell! Nice work.
Yeah, we're doing another barn door, I assume.
Well, there's always 2 barn doors, right?
It's always 2 barn doors.
Left
You're
door,
right.
now the
You're
right
right.
door.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah.
Nice work, team.
I think I wasn't. I was going to say, Chris, I don't think I was adding my +10 for his nice sword, scimitar either.
Okay. Oh, well, it's...
Not that it matters, but yeah.
We do need to include that. For a 92, so he's got 102, is that right?
Yeah, you would have been 102.
Oh, well, let me change that now. Can't forget his nice sword. Yep, that's now amended. Severin, you're next. You've just seen Askell come in and not only wallop the woman that was standing to your side, but demolish the man standing to your front. What do you do?
Say, nice work. And give a smile. I don't know if Severin does it. Give a smile, or I don't know. We'll do a Severin thing. And he'll move round and attack the spearman.
Okay.
You can make it round there easily.
I will ask. There's some rocks here that Severin could kind of move through. There is a horrible melee going on between this bird and this guy, and Askell and this woman, and you're unaware, obviously, of that thing there. So I am going to ask for a maneuver. What's the difference? What's the distance?
It's easy to go around the rocks, around the ragged rocks, or under the ladder.
Yep. I'd actually ask him to. I think, to be fair, considering he's been facing this way, I'd ask him to make a 10% glance around and see what's going on. I think that's fair, Pete.
Cool. Yep. Sure.
Give me a roll.
D3.
I see. Where's my stuff gone? I don't know where. That's really weird. Where did the rest of my packages go? Where did... Go, there's the wrong fell. Suddenly my notes have gone, and I don't know what has happened. Just 1 second, that's... Don't know what's going on there. Just a sec. All of that has gone. Why has that gone? I don't have my mast up, Pete, so we're going to have to... computer's really not doing well today. That's just weird. Okay. Look, he glances around, Severin. What is his perception? Actually, I should have asked.
He's good. Yeah. 72.
72. Yeah, so he has a full appraisal of what's going on. There's this really weird bird thing here. He notices Yotto and he sees the spearman. To scramble under here would be... just lost... Just my little... the reason for the confusion here, guys, is something very particularly strange is happening with my computer, which means that some of my charts are gone, but I've now got that. That's cool. I've got the movement and maneuver. I would say for him to scramble under this piece of wood and come around and attack would be a all or nothing. There we go. It would be a medium maneuver For him to scramble around the rocks, it would be a light maneuver.
Let's go with the light, please. Is that all or nothing as well, or is that a percentage?
Be a percentage.
Yep, that's a much better option. Yep. Please.
Cool.
Oh, that's not a good roll though. 19.
19, and his moving and armor skill, it's a negative.
Yeah, negative 12.
Negative 12, thank you. 7. So 50%. So he can move
25 foot.
Okay.
Well, actually, if he's running sorry, that was calculated at a walking pace, I assume. Light as a walking pace, yeah.
Yep.
So that didn't state he was running. So
16 foot would be a bit further to go that way and then across.
awesome.
So he can get to there. So you tell me, Pete, he got 50% of the way, or he moved 50% of what he could possibly move. So tell me what that distance is.
25 foot.
25
So
foot.
well, a bit more. His base movement's 55.
Yeah. Okay. So. So
I calculated as not being able to make an attack.
Yeah, same.
Yep.
Basically,
Cool.
just didn't move far enough or quickly enough. But he's got the remainder to defend if he needs to. Is that right? Moving from there to there, you would think he'd be able to attack, surely.
Oh, I did roll with that maneuver, but the maneuver was only allowed him 50%. He took the whole round.
Yes.
To do that movement. Yeah, normally it would just be 16 off.
Yeah.
16, the distance travelled off his attack.
Yeah,
but
correct.
because it was a maneuver, it reduced his speed by half, which meant.
That makes sense. Yep. Okay. So he's there.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep.
Done.
Cool. Thank you.
Next up is. Okay. He sees Severin moving up, and he's got this bird thing in front of him, and he's seen Askell closing in. This person that you're coming up to attack, Severin, steps back, keeps his spear out, and starts stepping backwards. He's really not wanting any of this, and moving off. Long weapon out in front of him, keeping his distance. And he doesn't run. He's just carefully walking backwards with the spear out in front of him. And that is the end of the round. Next round. Do we just checking time, guys? We've had some issues with tech today, which has restricted the amount of time we can play. Do we have time for one more round and maybe one more round after that?
Yeah, I just need to jump off about 1:30. Need to go and do some stuff with the kids. The sun is shining.
Okay.
Yep. Should be good.
And Giles, you okay? 1:30?
Yeah, I'm totally fine, man.
Cool. Okay. Cool. All right. Next round. End of that round. Close initiative. All right. Exactly now, all of you hear the following. And there is this horrendous, awful sound. absolutely aware of that. Petrified with the sound. And see that where does it come? So it's the wings that alerted you in the first place. And this colossal thing, and it is to scale. What all of you are alerted by is that sound of wings, and you glance up behind you, and or turn or spin. Some of you are facing the right way, and this thing you only catch a glimpse of it, of course, from where you are. Comes rocketing down from up here, up above, swoops down, and with this horrendous noise again, and does something horrible to one of these men at the gate. You see this man here. Go flying as this creature rushes down out of the sky. Half picks him up, carries him, drags him, hits him, whatever. And then this person just ends up crumpled over here and doesn't move. This beast then flies down, attacks, drags him over here, and flies up, and you hear as it goes over your head just these massive wings as it comes up almost directly above you and goes directly up into the sky. Shadow creature, not that you're aware of it, attacks. Jada, you're invisible. You've just seen this happen, and this creature and this man get dragged and dumped here. This thing is not here, obviously. The flying thing is not there. It's gone past as described. What do you do?
Well, this changes things considerably. I'd like to reverse back to when I didn't enter the village, please. Oh no, I'm invisible. What if it kills me without even knowing I'm there? But I also don't want to be visible. Gosh, I don't want to be near that back roof. Where can I hide? What can I see? I actually might go just run around the back of that house.
Are you running?
And hide under. Yeah.
Okay.
No, I'm not. I'm walking carefully,
Okay.
and I'll hide. See those little that thing out the back? What is that? That little ramp thing?
Logs.
I'll hide. Oh no, can't hide under there. I'll just sit behind or hide behind those logs.
Okay.
Just so if it blasts fire, at least I'm behind something.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll do.
Anything else?
Pray
Okay, done.
quietly, fervently. Thanks.
What does she do? She's had enough too. Backs off and comes around here and goes underneath the stand. Oops. She is... Oh, does she? She staggers some of this way is probably... It gets to about there actually. Haskell, what do you do?
Well, he'll once again step over a dead combatant.
Yep.
He probably killed 2 kills in one session.
Yeah.
New record for him.
Yep.
All right. Oh, whoops. Up off screen. He will need to come around. Is that a next to the Tweety bird? Who is that?
Nothing. You can't see anything there.
Okay, so that's the clone. He would, in that case, he would move forward to stand by Yotto. Probably obviously you can't see the
Yep.
the nothing, so that's probably where he would have moved right next to Yotto.
Yeah.
And he's close enough to attack that person in front of Tweety Bird and Yotto. What's that thing in front of Tweety?
So to explain, that's the 2 foes that Haskell has downed. That doesn't exist in Yotto's mind. There is this insanely bizarre mind-bending thing there. You don't know what that is. That's Yotto. That's Severin. That's Severin. That there is the woman who's missing an ear and bleeding heavily from various wounds. She's got her sword out. She's staggering. She's not looking great, and has kind of shuffled off this way. And Haskell, you can see this man with a spear, appears to be relatively uninjured, has a spear out in front of him, and moved last round to here. That's the current situation.
Okay, I think Haskell would, if he can move, he would move right up next to Severin then, if he's got enough.
Yep, he does. Just thinking about it, Pete, Severin could have actually gone through that gap, but anyway.
Yeah. Yep.
Cool.
Next to Tweety Bird. Yep. And then he would hold there. He's the only opportunity action would be if he was going to get attacked by, no, obviously not the person running around, but the spear person. Yeah.
Okay, done.
That's it.
Cool. Yotto.
So is he going to be able to do this, Chris? What he'd want to do is smash this woman again with 50% of his action, and with the other 50% of his action, drop himself into the stream.
Okay. He would need to move a short distance. Move. Oh no, he can step. No, he can step over there. I think. So the distance is 14
Well,
foot.
he's not going that way. He's going directly backwards, just into the water. Oh, no. He wants to hit the woman who's close to him. I mean, he knows there's an invisible fighter, the one who's in a bad way.
Yeah, her.
Oh, yep, her. Sorry. I thought it was the person with pink. Thank you.
That doesn't exist.
Okay, thank you.
So she is 14 foot away. Pete, just to in the point of fairness, I asked for a maneuver for Severin to come around here. Do you think it's fair if Yotto just steps through there, or does he need a maneuver? What do you think? I asked you for a maneuver to go over those rocks.
Well, I can see a gap between Severin and those rocks.
All right. Okay. So Yotto, yep, you can move up and attack. You'll have a negative. I'm going to just call it a negative 14 on your movement, because you've moved up a little bit, and you can attack, and then you'd have.
How much of his action will he need to drop himself into the water?
Yeah, I'm just getting there.
Sorry.
So you can attack with 50%, and you'd have 36% remaining. I guess what I'd say is, what kind of drop do you want to do? Does he dive in? Does he just simply fall down and roll in? Describe what he does.
Well, yeah, he just wants to get into water efficiently. He's worried about Mr. Dragon.
Okay.
So he's not too fussed. He doesn't want to lose his hammer, but he's not fussed about elegance.
Yeah, sure. So, look, with 36%, he could easily... he's moved up for a small amount to attack her. That's a 50% action to attack her. And then you could drop into the water easily with 36%. Yes.
So what I'd ideally do, Chris, is drop into the water and attack her with the rest of his action, whatever that number is. I don't know how much of the roll it will take to get into the water.
Yeah, good point. What's a... so a drop to the ground is... Rapid drop to the ground is 10%. Careful drop to the ground is 20%. I would say this is a careful drop to the ground and then roll into the water, so that's a 20% action. So
34, so that's 2/3 roughly, isn't it?
Yeah, so 50 plus... Yeah, so you'd have a 66% of your attack. Give me a roll, please.
Excellent. 51.
5-1, cool.
2/3 is very easy, thank you. It's 4/4.
4-4, 44, cool, lovely. The Warhammer, it's no longer a flank on her. Is she stunned? No parry. No, she's just stunned. So she puts everything she's got into that parry. Yeah, it's a good roll by Yotto, but she just uses everything she can possibly do, and she seems to be quite a good swordswoman, and just completely turns your shot aside. You don't hit a Yotto, and with the remaining amount of your time, plop into the water. And in fact,
thanks, Chris.
In fact, to be, there we go. Plop.
Look at that.
Plop.
Properly in.
Plop.
Thank you.
There we go. Cool. Next up is he is running. What's that? Yeah, he absolutely pegs it and gets to about here. Okay. And then next up, Nicholas.
Nicholas will have the bird thing fly over, land, and attack the spearman.
Okay. How far can it move, or how quickly can it move?
Well, yeah. 650 foot around.
Okay. Oh no, and I'm just about to lose my map, guys. Okay, so Nicholas, you were wanting to move your bird. We'll call it this here over. It moves very, very rapidly, and to arrive about here and to attack the spearman. Is that right?
Correct.
Lovely.
Yep.
Cool. Cool. Give me a roll, please.
Ooh, 91.
91, nice. Just coming. There we go. And okay, and we gave it a negative 15 before because of its grapple. Yep, because of its range, exactly. And the roll was a 91. Was
91.
that 91?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep. Can I just ask, is there any chance that it could fly and land within its grapple range? Or he would sort of maneuver back as it came in, sort of thing, right?
Exactly. Well, the idea is he's got a long, pokey object and can distance himself from it. That's,
yes, correct. Yep.
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 That is maximum 5 and a B. Roll the way, please.
73.
73. Foe is at negative 50. Okay. Yeah. Whacks him in the chest. Plus 4 hits. And he's debilitated, definitely.
Cool, thank you.
Lovely.
The remainder of Nicholas's round is he is going to go under the ladder.
Okay. So there is this ladder thing here. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. So Nicholas comes in under here somewhere.
Yep.
Okay. Cool. And I'll doctor the software, assuming it wants to work again, and set this up afterwards. Cool. So the bird has moved there to attack this guy. Great. And Severin, you're next. So Severin, you're standing approximately here. There's the rock there. Yotto's gone into the water there that you've seen. Askel's next to you. What are you doing, Severin?
Going to move up and full attack on the woman.
You can.
$50.
50. Cool. Now she parried.
Actually, sorry, not. I just realised, not full attack. 80-20.
80-20. Okay.
Just in case she's got an opportunity action, sort of thing. Yes.
Cool. Give me a. Tell me what's.
1-2-1.
1-2-1. Thank you. That's what I'm after. 1-2-1. Cool. It's not a flank. It's a frontal attack. And what was the roll, please?
50.
50. Cool. Colossal. 25 in an E. Roll the E, please.
Oh, here we are, 91.
Ha! How about that? That's the number that came up. For the second time tonight, do you want me to read it out, or do you want to tell me what happens?
No, let's go with what's in the book. Well, yeah, let's see.
Sever foe's spine, plus 20 hits. Foe collapses in a second and is paralyzed from the neck down permanently. She also falls unconscious.
Oh, happy with that crit.
You thought you might be?
Yep. Can I roll the second crit for XP for... Yeah?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, definitely. Hang on. Just give me 1 second to set it up. Just coming, and and it was another E-crit. Roll the E, please.
23.
2, 3. Another 3 hits. Yeah, in a really, 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 really bad way. And she's bleeding. She was bleeding a lot before from her ear and other injuries. With that, she's bleeding a huge amount. She is unconscious on the ground, and there is a lot of blood around her. Next.
What level, sorry?
Yeah.
Wow.
Killed 6th level.
Big goal.
Next, he does that. The guy with the spear, this man here, was being attacked by the bird, backs off again. So moves back in this direction. So moves back to kind of here-ish. Doesn't looks like he wants to run. Seems like he can't run completely. Backs off as far as he can. Again with the spear out in front of him. He's really having none of this. Tanya. And that is the end of the rounds. And I think, guys, the gods of technology really are not smiling on us today. So I think, regrettably, I would have liked to have played on for another few minutes, but I think we will leave it there. My thanks again to all of you and also to our viewers for bearing with us. GM is clearly having quite a few tech issues and a new computer is soon to be on the way. But yes, had a few issues today. But we will leave it there for this session, guys.
What we do, can I just ask for a phone number for the spearman, please? For easy purposes.
Sure. Yep, he was number 2.
Thank you. And just, well done, Chris, on managing the frustration of technology.
Oh, thanks, mate. It's yes, it's been a journey. The machine is definitely getting worse and worse. There we go, guys. So hopefully, yes, you enjoyed that session. Spiced it up a little bit. Something more to think
Yeah,
about.
thanks, Chris. You did a really good job.
It's great.
A dragon, eh? Hey?
Maybe.
It never stops. Although maybe it's a Turang hating dragon who will be friendly to everybody else. You never know.
True.
So long as Porbash Papillus isn't flying the damn thing.
Well, he just attacks to own truth, so, yeah.
Let's find out next time, guys. Tune in next time. We'll leave it there.